I just love that part. Today, we will be listening and more importantly, watching Epic the Musical. This is not a first reaction. I already know and love all the songs of Epic the Musical, but today the focus will be on watching the animatics that people have made for this musical. In this particular video, we will be watching the entire first album, the TROY Saga. Obviously, we're gonna start with the very first song, The Horse and the Infant. This animatic is made by Gigi. I've seen this one before, I really liked it, and I do believe this was made on the older version of the song, so let's watch it.
Alright, my brothers, listen closely. Tonight we make the Trojans pay. 10 years of war, they killed us slowly, but now we'll be the ones who slay.
So first off, I want to say I really like how they drew this. You can clearly see that they are inside the Trojan horse. And of course, we're also going to talk about the music and all the little details that Jorge put into this musical because it's so well done. I've talked about this before in my first reaction videos, but today I want to go into it even deeper with actually like analyzing each song a little bit more. So if you're not really familiar yet with Epic the Musical, a fun thing you can hear already from the very beginning is a clock ticking in the background, which is kind of a sign that Athena is watching over Odysseus. And that's already a little tiny like Easter egg that he put in there for us.
Do what I say and you'll see them again.
Yes, sir!
Diomedes will lead the charge. Agamemnon will flank the yards. Menelaus will let our mates through the gates to take the whole city at large. Teucer will shoot any ambush attacking. Little Ajax will stay back. Nestor, secure Helena, protect her. Leo, avenge your father, kill the brothers of Hector.
I really loved here that the person who made this actually really draws out what the plan is. We can see each character do each of the steps that Odysseus is singing about, and I think that's a really cool idea. You really see what's going to happen.
Penelope, Penelope, and Telemachus. I fight for us, I fight for us.
That's also a move I really liked. We saw the image with Penelope and Telemachus, and then it was kind of like a zooming out effect and you saw Odysseus again. So you kind of know that that was what he was thinking about.
Who was that?
So what we just kind of heard and saw was a lightning in the background, which if you know the musical, you're gonna know what it means, but it means that Zeus is kind of like coming to say something because obviously Zeus is like the god of thunder. So that's what the thunder was for. And also the gods, or at least Athena and Zeus, have kind of like a significant bird, and you kind of heard a bird in the background, which means also that it was Zeus coming to say something.
A vision of what is to come cannot be outrun.
I also really love this, that they kind of drew Zeus into the clouds, like he's like really watching over it.
Say no more, I know that I'm ready.
I don't think you're ready.
This part. I just love that part musical wise. Oh, it's just so pretty. It goes softer and it sounds more like a kid's lullaby, so you know that it's about a baby or like a small child. I just really like how it sounds. I want to hear it again.
It's just an infant. It's just a boy.
We do kind of hear, I think it's a violin in the background, which could be on purpose because Jorge does a lot of these things on purpose. I'm not entirely sure about this. I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about it. Viola is the significant instrument for Penelope, so maybe seeing the child reminds him of obviously his wife and his little child, and that's why we hear the violin. That might be a connection, but I'm not 100% sure about it. Let me know what you think, if that was like done on purpose.
Prince Hector, know that he will grow from a boy to an avenger, one fumed with rage as you're consumed by age.
I really, really love how they drew that you actually see a little kid opening like a curtain and then seeing the death of their family and then just like transforming into this monster as Zeus is singing about it turning into a monster. I really think that's so clever and well done.
I could raise him as my own,
Your
or
house
send
and
him far
throne,
away
you'll
from
find
home.
wherever
Make sure his
you
past
go,
is never
the
known.
gods will make him
I'd rather
known.
wait
We're
for ya.
bringing you down
I'm
on
my
your
knees for ya. I'm
Oh,
begging,
this is the
please.
will of the gods.
Please don't make me do this. Don't make me do this.
I really, really love all of these songs, but also seeing visuals with it just makes me love it even more because it's more like a movie. You can, instead of just using your own imagination, you can actually see the things that are happening. And I feel like it makes it even stronger somehow. Moving on to the next song, Just a Man. This animatic is made by the same artist as the previous one. And I remembered the first time that I saw this video, I actually had tears in my eyes. I watched these first two and I was sold on the musical Epic. So I have seen this one a couple of times, however, it's been a while, so I don't know, maybe I will get emotional again. We will see. I'm excited to watch it, so let's start.
I look into your eyes and
They also made this baby so dang cute, this little kid. Oh my gosh, it's so adorable.
think back to the son of mine. You're as old as he was when I left for war. Is the price I pay endless pain? Close your eyes and spare yourself the view. How could I hurt you?
Here again, I really love that we see exactly what Odysseus is singing. Knife above, close your eyes, hand over the eyes. And then seeing him like, oh no, I cannot do it. It's just, it really makes the emotion so much stronger. Like you can actually feel it because you can hear it and see it.
Who's trying to go home even after all the years away from what I've known?
So this is actually a very good drawing that they put in here. This is a little Easter egg again to something that we learn about so much later in the musical. Actually, the very, very last song, we hear about how Odysseus made a love bed for Penelope out of the olive tree where they first met. So him thinking back to his wife and the artist showing that bed is a really good move.
I'm just a man who's fighting for his life. Deep down I would trade the world to see my son and wife. I'm just a man.
This was also a little tiny Easter egg because we saw like a monster in there. If you know, you know.
When does a man become a monster?
I really like that part. Odysseus was singing, when does a man become a monster? And during that he was in the animatics looking at himself in a mirror, and then instead of seeing himself, he saw a monster. Again, if you know, you know. I don't want to spoil too much for the people who don't know Epic the musical that much, but this is also, again, kind of an Easter egg to something that's gonna happen later in the musical. This drawing, the baby just like hanging over everyone.
I'm just a man.
We don't actually see him do it, but we all know he did it. Next song, Full Speed Ahead. And this animatics is made by Wolfie the Witch. I really love that musical build-up that you hear.
600 men, 600 men under my command, with only one goal in mind:
make it back alive to our homeland.
But the problem's not the distance,
It's what lies in between.
Here we got a little Easter egg moment already. Here Odysseus is singing, but the problem is not the distance, and then the crew responds with, it's what lies in between, which is a little bit of foreshadowing of what is to come in this musical, and this artist is literally showing us a few of those things. I'm not entirely sure, but we saw like a monster with teeth. We saw, I think, multiple eyes, and then we saw one big eye. But obviously the big eye represents the Cyclops, which we will see in the next album. And maybe one of those monsters also represented Charybdis or Scylla.
my kingdom is waiting, Penelope's waiting for me, so full speed ahead, full speed ahead.
Captain, you really just Captain, what's the plan?
Watch where the birds fly, they will lead us to life.
Maybe they're people lighting a fire. Maybe they'll share some food, who knows?
Something feels off here, I see fire but there's no smoke.
I say we strike first, we don't have time to waste, so let's raid the place and...
No.
I really like how the artists did this. They kind of zoomed out. They started with Polites and then zoomed out to Odysseus and then to Eurylochus. And when Eurylochus was singing about raiding this island, you just you could see Polites in the back going like, what? No, what are you talking about? That was really funny.
Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead.
We're up, we're off, and away we go.
I also love how they just drew Eurylochus being like, oh, he has no faith in his plan whatsoever.
Full speed ahead.
If you want to see any of the animatics that I just showed you, I will drop them all below. So go check them out, give all the artists some love, and also give me some love by clicking those thumbs up and the subscribe button if you haven't already. And we're going to the next one, which is Open Arms, and this one is made by Merxy? In the intro it says Animatic by Murtfi. So I'm not entirely sure whose it is now. But I am excited to see this one because here we will see the little minions.
You can relax, my friend.
Huh?
I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service and try to relax, my friend.
And fine Polites.
Really like this beginning already. It's funny how you can already hear kind of the expressions just with the song, but also seeing it, I don't know, it just makes it extra funny.
I know that you're tired of the war and bloodshed. Tell me, is this how we're supposed to live? Look at how you grip your sword, enough said. Why should we take when we could give? You can show a person that you trust them.
Oh, he threw away his sword. Well, I don't know if that's smart, but okay.
Here we have a chance for some adjustment. Give it a try, it's not that hard, I'm telling you.
They actually jumps in. I think it actually kind of suits Polites' character of just being like so carefree.
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms.
Literally already this next shot of Polites just like happy walking, and you can see Odysseus in the back being so annoyed with everything.
Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Ooh, that was really nice. Having the light change and then seeing all these eyes in the back, and then the slash of him getting his sword. Really nice.
If we don't get back safely, my men will turn this place into blazes.
See? This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, we can light up the world. Here's how to start.
Odysseus is just figuring out the food, seeing what's wrong with it, and Polites is just like, like having the best time of his life at the back with the minions.
My friend, I wish that I could say that I agree, but look at the way this fruit is glowing and filled with glowing seeds. It took me a while to notice just what kind of fruit they eat. It's a lotus, it controls your mind and never lets you free. That's what we'd get with open arms.
I really, really love how Jorge is singing that part as Odysseus. His voice is just so pretty. And sometimes he really just puts like power to his voice, just like in the part we just heard. I just really love how he sings that.
Lotus eaters, I'd like to show my friend that kindness is brave. Could you tell me where there's other food to eat?
So this animatic, I believe, is also made with the old version. There is an Easter egg in the song and you don't really hear it that much in this old version, but in a newer version you will hear it a lot better. When they say that there is food in a cave, you have one minion who goes, oh, scary cave, because that is the cave where the Cyclops lives.
And where do we sail to find this food-filled cave? Thank you.
At the end of this animatics, the artist actually put a little Easter egg to the next song. You can see Odysseus kind of having a little error and then dropping the apple, because from Polites' point of view, he just sees this kind of happening to Odysseus and he's like, oh, are you fine? Why'd you drop the apple? But in the next song, we learn that Odysseus was actually having an entire conversation with Athena in the meantime. On to the next one, Warrior of the Might. Again, animatics made by the same artist as the previous one. So you can see here we were left off by the apple, and we go.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you?
Athena!
Okay, I really like that. That's creative. We see Odysseus kind of leaving his body as if he is like, his soul is like going out of his body searching for Athena, because talking to Athena, he does that kind of like in his mind.
I see you changing from how I've designed you.
Also, I really love Athena's motif and instrumental moment. Whenever Athena is there, you hear the clock again. We also hear her piano, which is her specific instrument. And whenever Athena is talking to either Odysseus or later Telemachus, we can hear kind of distortions in the music going like doo 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 doo. I think that's so cool.
Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you.
Ooh. I really like this idea. We saw Athena having all these different like images floating around her of different moments in time, and she was like, let me remind you how it all started. And then we see a boar, which we will hear in the song in just a second, and then she kind of just like mentally sends Odysseus towards that image in a way as if he's kind of been sent back in the past to revisit what happened and how they met.
My life has one mission: create the greatest warrior. I had a challenge, a test of skill, a magic bar only the best could kill. One day a boy came for the thrill, a boy whose mind rivaled the bar's own will.
Let's go!
I really like that. You can see Odysseus is already friends with Polites and Eurylochus, and he is kind of saying like, okay guys, this is the plan, we're gonna catch this boar.
Maybe one day he'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow.
Athena is impressed by it. She's standing against a tree like, oh, this kid, he might be it.
He is a warrior of the might. Maybe one day I'll reach him and we can build his skills as I teach him.
And here we can see Odysseus already looking up to the owl, which is the special bird that kind of represents Athena.
Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself. I can see you.
How can you see through my spell?
I was lying and you fell for my bluff. Ha
Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?
You first. best, and maybe I'll do the same.
Nice try, but two can play this game.
Nah, don't be modest, I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest, you are Athena.
Maybe one day they'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow.
I really love that part because they start singing together and it sounds so pretty how he's just like kind of stepping into the song a little bit later and they are harmonizing together. Oh, it sounds so pretty. And a really fun thing to listen to for this next part is you can hear Athena singing in one tone, like one line, when she sings Mind, and Odysseus goes with a little riff down, and later she will actually join him and also sing a little bit of a riff. And I believe Jorge talked about this in his videos like before, and this kind of symbolizes them learning from each other and them becoming friends.
I know we'll change the world 'cause we are the warriors of the mind. Maybe one day we'll reach them and we can build their skills as we teach them. If there's a problem, we'll have the answer. We are the warriors of the mind. I still intend to make sure you don't fall behind. Don't forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior of the mind. Don't disappoint me.
And that's when we're back to him dropping the apple. And those were all the songs of the first album of Epic, the musical. I will be giving my reaction to animatics of the other albums as well, so stay tuned for those. I am really looking forward to seeing some of the animatics to the newer albums, as I have not seen much of those yet, and because I'm also really curious to see how the artists visualize the songs. So definitely hit that subscribe button and click on the bell so you will get a notification whenever I post a new video and you won't miss them. And I'll hope to see you back in the next album.